are the keys that the Niners have to do to get their run game on track without Raheem Mostert? Maverick, why don't you start this one?
Well, against Washington and the Rams, two teams that had two tight ends or more have 25 plus more snaps. The Eagles lost those 2 games. I know the Eagles have only played 3 games and didn't look good in any of those. But the Rams and Washington ran the ball pretty well. Washington doesn't have the same type of running backs that the 49ers do. But I think just 2 tight end sets, you want Ross Dwelley out there. I think there's going to be a lot of Ross Dwelley out there. I think it'll be similar to what they did against the Packers, where they just ran power up their throats until the game was over. And I could see that happening. I could see a scenario where Mullins only throws the ball 16 times.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
If power works,
I like that. I'm with you. Although for whatever reason, it seems like when Garoppolo is the Niners quarterback, they do that. Like they just run over teams. But when Nick is their quarterback, they end up throwing for like 350 yards. I don't know. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo is better with his run fakes. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he's better at the line of scrimmage for the snap. Who knows? Maybe he's smarter than we give him credit for. Nick, what do you think?
That's pretty good knowledge you just dropped there, Maverick.
He's got knowledge.
He's got knowledge.
I love Pro Football Reference.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, no, I love their stat database with the filters and everything. You could find anything in there. But I like the idea of running out of 2 tight end sets. One thing I liked what Kyle Shanahan did last week is he didn't really go away from the run. The run was really struggling. Running yards were hard to come by against the Giants, and I'm expecting a similar type of struggle against the Eagles. But as long as Kyle Shanahan stays persistent, you have Jeff Wilson Jr. loosening things up for JaMychal Hasty, Jerick McKinnon. I like that game plan, and I also wouldn't mind seeing more runs out of the shotgun, more RPOs, and I think that could help getting the ground game going. Because, like I said, yards were tough to come by last week, and the Eagles have a stout defensive line, similarly to the Giants, with a lot of talent on it.
That's a good answer. I mean, Kittle's presence will help. The main issue right now is the offensive line. There's nothing the Niners can do about that. Garland has to get his stuff together. Same with all of them. But to me, there's one thing the Niners can do that they have control over that I don't know if they're ready to do. But they need to play JaMychal Hasty more. I mean, we've seen the other 2 healthy running backs. Jerick McKinnon is not a 3-down running back. He's good at what he does. But on 1st and 10, he doesn't run hard enough. His vision isn't good enough. He's averaging like 7 yards a carry, but a lot of that were on a couple of runs. I think he's better off as a receiver and a guy you put on the field on 3rd down, not the kind of guy you run outside zone with on 1st and 10. And with Jeff Wilson Jr., kind of the same thing. He's a hell of a receiver, but he's averaging like a yard per carry this year. He's not fast. He's not particularly explosive or dynamic as a runner. Hasty looks like he is. I mean, the issue with Hasty is, does he know the offense? Can he pick up blitzers and pass protection? Is he going to fumble? Well, I don't know. It'd be nice if you could have seen him in preseason, but he looked good last week. He caught a pass, had 2 runs. I would put Hasty on the field because from what I saw from him, he runs harder right now than Jerick McKinnon. He's more explosive right now than Jeff Wilson Jr., so give him a chance.
So I was talking to Joe Shasky, Butcher Boy from 95.7 The Game. I completely agreed with one of his comparisons. He compared JaMychal Hasty to Kendall Hunter. And just through those 3 snaps, I was like, I like it. You know,
I see that.
Similar statues, just the way to kind of move on the field. So I like the Hasty Kendall Hunter comparison. And if that's what you're getting out of JaMychal Hasty, Kyle Shanahan just finds running backs like nobody else. So I agree that they have to get him more involved this week.
Because the way I look at it is like the Niners' best play is the outside zone to either side. And the guys who've been the best running that play the last few years are Mostert and Breida because they hit the line of scrimmage very, very hard. Like they're moving when they get to the line of scrimmage. They don't hesitate at all, even if there isn't a hole there. And they also have good vision. Jerick McKinnon tiptoes to the line of scrimmage, and if he finds a hole, he'll burst through it. JaMychal Hasty seems like he could have that same type of pace that he plays with that Breida had. And that's what they need. It's too bad they don't still have Breida because he could get them through this stretch in a way that McKinnon cannot.
They might be able to trade for him. The Dolphins don't even play Matt Breida. So
maybe, set him on a condition of 7. Yeah.